Hello and welcome to episode 45 of the Championship Rounds podcast. This weekend there's a few cards. Probably not anything sort of superstar worthy, sort of there's the break boxing, but like there's a few good fights, a few interesting fights. We'll start on Saturday in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Janibek Kanuli defends his IBF and WBO middleweight titles against Anwel Ngamissuengue, or however you say it. Just call him Anwel. But yeah, it's an interesting fight. I think it's one of Janibek's probably best opponents at middleweight, which says more about middleweight than the actual opponent, really.
Yeah, it does because if you've ever seen him fight, we've all seen him fight. Even if you don't remember it, we've seen him fight. He fought Hrgovic on the Dubois, Usyk on the card, and he won a majority decision in an 8-rounder. He dropped him twice. He's not that great. He's not that great. He's top 10 in the division because middleweight is terrible, but it's a good fight on paper because, Janibek hasn't fought anyone that crazy, that great, because he can't, because middleweight's terrible.
His best opponent's like Bentley still.
He should be stopping in Ngamissuengue, but I don't know. He should. If he doesn't, that's a very bad look, in my opinion.
If he doesn't, then Jesus Christ.
From what I've seen, he should stop him early, to be honest. Maybe not like a Danny Dignam blowout, but like early, at least in the first half.
I was thinking around the middle.
Yeah. If he's not too drained, that is.
It's one of these things with Janibek though. Like he did it against Denzel Bentley, and he did it against Mikhailovic. Mikhailovic was horrifically bad because he actually had him out and then just sort of didn't really do anything for 5 or 6 rounds. And like he's just got that tendency to just coast and not really. He's got no killer instinct, I don't think. Like if you look at the guys he's knocked out earlier, it's really Dignam and Butler at a high level, and they've just got no chins. If we're just being honest about it, like Danny Dignam iced badly off of Denzel Bentley. Like it is what it is with him. Like the 2 times Danny Dignam has fought anyone, he's got stopped in the second round. And Stephen Butler, sort of notorious for being a technically that can punch a little bit, but like just can't take a shot at all. And it's just one of those. Like he's got this tendency to just not like put his foot on the gas and get someone out of there. Like he should. I agree with you. He's levels above Anwel, but like I don't trust him.
Well, I trust him to get a stoppage. Whether it's going to be like when it should be or not is a different question.
That's like 99% sure he'll stop him. But yeah, when it is, who knows? Who knows with him?
Yeah, it's like it's just a bit of a dead division. Like it is.
It's one of the
gone
top 3 worst.
Yeah, it's not great. Like I had like Janibek, who's good, and I got Laura, who is good, but he's like 500 years old. Outside of that, it's not really great.
It's pretty goddamn horrible.
But like when you watch him fight, Like his footwork isn't great. I mean, he can punch, and I mean, like he just comes forward and doesn't stop trying, puts lots of pressure on you. But I mean, I'm really not entirely sure what he's done to be top 10. I get like being Circassian, sure, but
He just
not like that was.
exists. He
It's not
just
like that was
exists.
like some like top level. That was just an 8 rounder, like way on the undercard. And like even then, I mean, it's still not like there was some clear cut win. I mean, he really only won it with a couple knockdowns.
He's 160 pounds and he is a human being. That's why he stopped him. Basically.
Yeah. Like who else are you gonna put at the top 10 in the division? I don't know.
It's pretty goddamn nasty.
Yeah. He's a pretty basic pressure fighter. Like, you get a lot of these French kids that are just pretty basic pressure fighters. Like, Kevin Sadro is one as well. Like, he's just a worse, smaller version of Kevin Sadro, for being honest.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Tszyu is better than Ngamissuengue.
Significantly.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, it's the footwork, man.
It's
The
just like,
footwork
it's
is
what it is.
key.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
he
such.
crosses his feet a lot.
Yeah, when you have such bad footwork, I mean, it just makes you look worse than you are. Like, maybe he's good, but his footwork's so bad. He can never keep his position and keep his stance. Always shifting. And not on purpose either. And it's just not good. And he's going to get walked into some type of punch. Probably an uppercut. And possibly die.
A missile.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's there. It's right there for him. I mean, he fights small as well. It's right there. And it's not like it'll be hard to land either.
Not at all.
Yeah, like, it's just obvious. Like, yeah, and Janibek does throw a nice left uppercut. Like, he knocked out Dignam with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that shot is there.
Butler with it, I think, as well. It'll always be there against the sort of wrap your arms around your head and march forward guy. But yeah, I think it's a weird undercard. This quite a good fight. Round, so we'll talk about that next. Janibek's been around for years, but has been fighting at the same level for years. Like, he was on those NTK Kazakhstan shows, fighting guys like Ryan Wheeler, and like he's just sort of been fighting the same sort of level. He fought on a Pro Box card in Ireland last time against a Polish kid that Anthony Kukachi beat, and like I was at that fight. Like, that was a decent fight for Kukachi. Like, the Polish kid gave him a good fight, but that's another story. Janibek, he's just a good technical fighter, but again, he's like one of these amateur guys that just like you're screaming and go through the gears, and they just don't. It's really annoying.
Well, whenever I watch Janibek, I always just like he's just a fighter that just fights. Doesn't really stand out that much, and then he'll just knock someone out. I was weighed up. Whenever I watch him, he just doesn't really look that good, and then bang, he'll just knock someone out. And I think he might do the same to Vasily. To be honest.
They're both just not that good.
I mean, like, Janibek's a better fighter. But, Vasily, I mean, he's tough. And, I mean, mean, he's only ever been stopped by Rakhimov.
With an asterisk next
We're
to
smelling
it.
salts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
smelling souls.
We're smelling souls, and Rakhimov was juiced to the gills. Like they found a lot of peds in his hotel room or something. And he was down massively. They shove a load of smelling salts in his face, and then he goes and ice his fusilli, and it's like, what the hell was going on? But yeah,
I
you
mean,
haven't watched that fight, go and watch it.
he gave Ogawa a pretty decent fight, even though he was dropped twice.
But then, who really was Agawa?
Another cheater.
Yeah, like,
Like, damn.
and then
yeah,
yeah,
someone who
I think.
lost.
I think, yeah, like it just screams our bet decision and a quite boring fight, if I'm being honest.
Look, I have faith. I don't, but I'm gonna pretend I do.
You're
To
not
be
fooling
different.
nobody. You're not
To be
fooling.
different. He's gonna stop him.
He's not. He's just not gonna.
He's gonna try and stop him for about 2 or 3 rounds, then realise that he's tough, and then he's just gonna box with the back foot. And because it's Kazakhstan and like a lot of these Central Asian countries, you can get away with coasting, and the crowd love it because they love that style for some reason. And they'll just sit there and applaud. It's the Hummer Arena style. You can just coast around off the back foot, jab in and pot shot in, and the crowd love it because that's what they do. And it's just like, yeah, well done. What's the point? But yeah, is that? Yeah, I say that I think this is probably the best fight on the card.
I mean, I don't mind the car. Not that bad actually.
I think it's got a lot of names, but not a lot of substance. If I'm being honest, like you go down to the next fight, Batter Dukumbayev, sorry, against Kane Gardner. Like what? Kane Gardner's just lost for an area title. Like what's going on? Batter
Well,
Dukumbayev's like a top 40.
like you can buy our shit better. Kane Gardner. Let's be honest. Like, there shouldn't be a competitive fight.
Yep.
Like, no offense to Kane Gardner, but you're not on that type of level. Obviously, you just lost for an area title. I mean, there's not much else to say, really, is there? I mean, Jukenbauer should dominate and stop him. If he doesn't,
Yep.
questions need to be asked.
I mean, this is the sort of fight that was on those old MTK shows in Kazakhstan. Sort of Stephen Ward going out there and people like that, and Jordan Perkis fought out there. So yeah, thank you, Daniel, for putting this on. Bakhtir Jalolov is fighting that Ukrainian Hulk bloke that Bakoti battered for some reason. Yeah. Jalolov's just never going to step up, is he?
No, he's not.
And
I hate him.
I hope he goes to LA just to literally annoy boxing Twitter, because that would just be like hilarious. Like he just goes to another Olympics just to just annoy everyone.
I mean, he might as well. I'd rather him annoy me in the Olympics than annoy me in the pros by fighting all these stiffs. They're just gonna kill in like 3 rounds.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
What's the point? Like, he might as well just stay an amateur, not even turn pro if this is what he's gonna do. Like, get paid more as well. And like, people actually care about him as an amateur because he'll be like the best heavyweight or super heavyweight in the world. In pro boxing, he's just an old, overhyped prospect. Not because he's not good, because he's not doing anything.
It's the Uzbeks.
It's really
Right.
rough. It's weird. These bets go one or two ways. You sort of get the out of Madlievs where they're thrown in for a world title inside like 6 or 7 fights, and then you get the Chalalovs who are just constantly taking tune-ups. It's really weird. There's no in between with them.
Like him and Duzmasov specifically
Yeah.
are on my hate list. Like even the Uzbeks that aren't good are fine by me because a lot of them don't fight in the amateurs anymore. Like I don't know, Giasov. Well, he's not good. He's not fighting in the amateurs. He's fine.
He's looking shit against pros. I'll take that.
Yeah, at least he's fighting pros. I mean, he's not fighting. He's fighting better guys than Janilov at least. Just about.
Yeah. Mazmurov is actually like taken on top guys.
Yeah, Majimov and MJ, they're fine.
Majimov, your favorite fighter of all time?
I mean, he's fine. I mean, like, he fought Terence Crawford and Virgil Ortiz. Got to respect that.
More than Charlov and Dusmatov will ever do in their careers combined.
Yeah, I mean, their toughest fight, well, their best opponent that they might have fought by the end of their career will be in the amateurs.
Kamil Sokolovsky, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
God.
Why?
Yeah. Anyway,
Why?
another.
I get why, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah. Another Uzbek who's coming back on this show after over a year out the ring, Otabek Homotov fighting Jason Menigos in an 8-rounder. Obviously, Komotov got stopped by Raymond Ford in the last round, whilst up in the cards for the world title last March. He's back, 8-round. Like, it is what it is. Like, his knee, he had like multiple surgeries on his knee because he's like all his ligaments were just gone in that fight, and like, yeah, it's a comeback. It is what it is. Like,
I wonder
as
if
long as
he's
he's
still going to
active.
have the knee brace.
Yeah, he needs a knee brace. If he had a knee brace in that fight, he wins it.
I can't believe they didn't allow him to have the brace in the fourth fight. And then he still almost won anyway. While obviously injuring himself in the fight.
Look, man. All Komotov was doing, basically, what happened there, because of course he turned his back and he ran, yeah? I don't know if you know this, but he actually got hair gel in his eye and he was just going back to the corner so they could wipe it away. So
Yeah,
I don't know why the ref stopped it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So that's what happened there.
Jesus Christ.
I thought he might have come back at 130, to be honest. Not 126. I thought he might have moved up.
It's weird because
He is
everyone says he's massive, but
He is
Timur
massive.
Ibragimov, who used to train him, heavyweight. Fought a load of guys at heavyweight in sort of the mid 2000s. He used to train him, and he was like, this was after the Ward fight, and he was like, oh yeah, he's walking around at like 130. He's not a big featherweight, and he's like, oh yeah, if we really tried, we could probably do 122. And I was like, you're insane. He's like assuring me, like, nah, like he only walks around at like 130. He's fine at feather, and it's like, well, yeah, maybe, but like, Jesus, he looks massive.
Look, I mean, I just can't believe that he walks around at 130. Sorry, Ibragimov.
I refuse to believe that, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Or maybe he stays in shape and he's like 100 in like the 140s or something. But
yeah, he's not being 130.
He looks really skinny, in fairness, but who knows, man? That's what he told me. But like, you know, people lie in boxing. But like, I think he's just a perfect size featherweight. I think he can make it pretty comfortably.
Well, if he can and gets back to the form that he's in, I mean, light featherweight's really good at the moment. And with him back in the mix, it's going to be even better.
I really do like him. I hope he does get back in the title picture.
Yeah,
He
he's a
deserves
really
it.
fun fighter, like, and he's got a really high WBA ranking still. So like a couple of fights, and he's right back there.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
should be easily beating Jason Kanoe. Is this Joey Kanoe's big bro? I don't know.
Probably. Nice. But yeah, there's just a few prospects on this card as well. Probably most notable, Mahmoud Sabekhan, who won the World Championships a couple of years ago. He's turning pro on this card, so he's one to look out for. Torkhan Sabekhan as well, his brother. So like, there's a couple of good amateurs turning pro, but who knows what they'll do? Who knows if they'll even be professionals for their whole careers, or like, it's just one of those at this point. Like, who actually knows what they're gonna do? But anyway, keeping with the ESPN theme, Top Rank have a show on Saturday in Vegas, I believe. Richard Torres against Guido Vianello is a main event. I think this is a good fight.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Big step up for Torres. I mean, if he's going to be anything, I mean, he's going to answer a lot of questions about him.
He's just so like one-dimensional.
Like, he hasn't really fought anyone good. Let's be honest.
What are you talking about? He fought the elite Curtis Harper. Come on, now.
True.
Come on.
See how many punches he made a Jagba miss?
Jesus Christ.
No, he couldn't. Jagba couldn't even land a single punch on him.
But yeah. I heard CompuBots counted 3 punches that fight. I don't know.
Okay.
True. I mean, they are always
Yeah,
wrong.
like.
Except Aris. Aris
I
is
love
good.
the Aris.
Aris is fine.
Vianello is like a really solid heavyweight, man. Like, he's not good, and he's got. I think he's one of these guys that needs to be in a fight to be able to care, if that makes sense. Like, he had some really poor performances early on. Like,
He
really,
did.
really.
He was unlucky in both his losses, to be honest.
Yeah. But like, yeah, like the Ajagba fight was close, is what it is. Batters Makhmudov, like, I think he needs Jeopardy to be able to like actually try. Because like the Jay McFarlane fight was awful. Like, he just stunk it out against him. But like, when he's in there with somebody that's actually quite good, he performs better. Like, I think he'll perform well. I think this is a really close fight. I can't call it.
At the very least, he needs to be like a big platform, like main event or co-main event on ESPN. Because, I mean, he can take a good punch, as we saw. Ajagba can punch really hard. I mean, I don't really rate Torres, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if he lost this fight. Not really picking him to lose the fight. I think he's going to win a decision.
Yeah. I feel like it's not gonna be like a good fight. Like, it's gonna be a lot of clinches, a lot of running into each other, just smothering each other's whatever.
Ugly fights. Richard Torres.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna win for just coming forward and like mauling him.
Well,
But
maybe
he's not gonna be effective. Really.
maybe he can't take a punch. We'll see.
I haven't really seen Torres take a bomb yet. So.
Oh, I have. I've definitely seen Torres take a bomb.
From who?
In the 2019 World Championships.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
I have. Okay, yeah, he did take. Okay.
He was like 10 years old though, but yeah.
He was deceased on the campus. But...
Big backer there.
Vianello can punch.
I don't know if he could recreate that knockout though, because god damn, killed him.
Yeah, I think Torres, his speed, hand speed, and his willingness to just run inside and take a shot coming in. I think that will give Ian no problems. But I think it's a good fight. I think probably Torres to win a decision. Yeah.
We're all going with the same thing. Very ugly decision.
It's first 10 rounder.
Finally.
That's the furthest he's gone. Curtis Harper, wasn't it? He went 8 with him.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's not good luck.
At least with Torres, though, they're actually putting him in with someone quite early. And it's not like the Jared Anderson thing where you go from absolute nobodies after absolute nobodies and then bang, Martin Bagoli. It's like, no, it's a solid step up. Like he's a sort of top 20 guy, VNO, top 25, that sort of level. You've gradually stepped him up a little bit. And it's like, yeah, I think it's a good match. It's good matchmaking for Torres. And if he loses, like, he was never going to be anything anyway. So, yeah. In the chief support to this, I believe, or it might not be, but it's the second listed fight on BoxRec. Lindolfo Delgado is fighting Elvis Rodriguez in a proper 50-50 fight at 140, and it's the IBF eliminator for the number 2 spot. I don't know about this fight as well. I think this is a really well matched fight.
This is one of the best fights of the weekend, if not the best.
I don't know how you confidently pick this fight. To be honest, like this is one of those fights that you just don't have a clue what's gonna happen. Really, like you have to pick someone unless you pick a draw. Look, a draw.
Question mark?
Maybe a draw. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a draw.
Like Elvis is like skillfully better. Like Delgado's chin is better. Elvis has been hurt like a lot in his last couple of fights.
He got dropped relatively recently, didn't he?
I think in his last fight he got dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great because like Delgado can punch.
No, he got hurt off Kendo Castaneda, and then he traded knockdowns with Gino Rodrigo the fight before that.
Yep. I'm edging Delgado, but like I don't know. So thing is, Delgado's been behind and had to pull knockouts like out before. Like he's not. I don't think he's that brilliant. But like, yeah, I just think he's a little bit fresher and he's a little bit more accurate with his punches and he's a little bit more spiteful, I think.
I on the Boxing News app, I didn't pick him by decision. I wasn't really confident. I'm still not confident, to be honest.
I'm not confident either way. Like this is a really well matched fight. Like with this top rank card, like it's weird because usually on top rank cards you just get like a big name knocking someone over and then like a load of prospects. But like these two, they're like two really well matched fights that aren't really between big names. They're like just good fights. Like, but yeah, I think Delgado decision as well. But like, I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with a late Delgado knockout where he's behind, like pretty, not like wide, but you know, pretty clearly behind.
Yeah.
But I don't trust that enough.
It's a good fight. It's a really good fight.
You know, like usually you'd have Delgado against some random guy and Elvis Rodriguez against some random guy on the same card rather than them fighting each other.
This does seem like one of those top rank fights where they sort of put two guys together and they send the loser away. It seems like one of those. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And that
I mean,
they usually have the best fights when that's on the line as well.
yeah, I mean, you see it occasionally. Like, most of their on the cards will be just not great. And occasionally there'll just be a good matchup. Not between top guys, like top ranked guys in Alphabet. Sanctioning bodies or something. A good undercard fight occasionally. Which is.
Yeah. Troy Isley fought one. He fought one, but who did he fight? Yeah, I don't know why that one sticks out in my head. Troy Isley fought Javier Martinez.
Yeah. He got what's his face as well.
Tyler Howard. Vlad Hernandez. He fought everyone.
Yeah, that's who we fought. Vladimir Hernandez. That was a good fight. That's good matchmaking.
That was arguably a draw as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Hernandez did that thing where he started in like round 5, and it's like you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much. Isley won the first 4, and he won the next 4. Like, so it's weird because top rank they show that they can have good matchmaking, but they don't do it too often.
They only do it when they're ready to give someone up.
Yeah. Yeah. Also on this undercard, he went way off topic there. Started talking about Vlad Hernandez, but Abdullah Mason was meant to fight Gio Cabrera, but he pulled out. So it's Carlos Ornelas. Look, man, it's another guy that's going to stand in front of Abdullah Mason and going to get chinned. And it's just a matter of how soon he gets chinned.
First,
Like,
Pretty soon, I would say, to be honest.
yeah, I agree.
Like, Cabrera was a good fight, and that's unfortunate that he got injured. Hopefully they remake it.
maybe quote injured.
Yeah. Maybe they could remake it. If they don't remake it, maybe he did actually get injured.
Wait, either I'm blind or this fight is now off of box rec, so I don't know what's happening.
Well, he might not be fighting at all.
So who knows? If he does fight, he's going to blast them out in about 3 rounds, probably less. If he doesn't, well, yeah. Who knows? But yeah, it's just that you've said all you can say about Abdullah Mason at this point. Like, until he actually steps up, you can't really say anything more because it's just this level of opponent he's going to blow away. Is what it is. The last fight of note, probably because it's just a Brit doing it. Jahai Tucker against Troy Williamson is one of the most random fights I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's a very left field fight. I mean,
Troy Williamson and Las Vegas. Jesus Christ.
I don't know who fought this, but cool, I guess. Like, it's fine. Maybe it's fine because we know Troy Williamson.
And Jahai Tucker's going to still somehow look horrible against him.
Tucker will win on points pretty well.
Yeah, he should win on points. I mean, if you not beating Troy Williamson, then just forget about doing anything in your career. Of note, at least.
Yeah. I hope Williamson gets chinned. Like, all he does is cry on Twitter, and like he's just irritating, man. He's not the smartest individual either. He's just irritating.
Getting chinned by Jahai Tucker.
Nasty work.
That'd
be some nasty work.
That is not good. That would not be good. That might be a career ender.
I'll tell you what this whole fight's going to be. Troy Williamson is going to plant his hands around the top of his head And he's going to plod forward, walking around the ring, with no actual ability to cut it, continually squaring up. And Jahai Tucker's going to pot shot him and look pretty poor doing it. And he's going to win like a 98-92. That's how this fight's going to go.
Pretty accurate.
And like once you've seen like 2 rounds of it, you'd have seen the whole fight because the fight isn't going to break that pattern at all. It's just going to be that for the whole 10 rounds. And it's just going to be one of like, yeah. It's a weird fight. It's a left field fight. It's okay on paper, I guess, but Jesus. It's going to be poor to watch. Steven Navarro is on the undercard, who's an extremely good prospect at super flyweight. Albert Gonzalez, Art Rivera, like there's a few guys on this undercard, but it's not deep. Albert Gonzalez is fighting Dana Coolwell, so the guy that just lost to Carrington. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes. Sort of comparison type opponent. But yeah, it's what it is, man. It's a weird weekend. There's a lot of boxing, but not a lot of good boxing. Talking of not very good boxing, Joyce is back against Hrgovic. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I've made this point multiple times. Joyce should be nowhere near a boxing ring.
Not even in the crowd. Just get him away from everything.
Like it's actually getting worrying.
No, he is actually like compromised. Like it's gone past actual fighting at this point.
And like
it
he's
might
fighting.
sound like it's over, like an overreaction, but if you listen to him, Jesus Christ.
And people say, "Oh yeah, well he's always been like that." No, he hasn't.
He's been awkward, but he hasn't been like.
Yeah,
not
there's
getting
a
it.
difference between being socially awkward and being totally brain dead, where it takes you like 30 seconds to compute three letter like sentences.
Like Dubois is awkward, but he's not slurring his speech.
Yeah, and he's not like blanking out during interviews and stuff. Like he's gone, and he shouldn't be in a boxing ring. And he's fighting Filip Hrgovic, and Filip Hrgovic is the worst type of opponent for this because Filip Hrgovic won't stop him because Hrgovic is a pity patter guy that's just gonna slam punches into him that aren't gonna really do any damage, and he's gonna gas out. So basically, what's gonna happen is Joyce, who's still got a good chin, by the way, he's still got a good chin. He just can't get. It's like that Jared Hurd thing. Like he's got a good chin, but he can't get out of the way, and he can't see him coming, and they're just hitting him, bouncing off, and it's just rattling his brain, and it's gonna keep doing it. And Hrgovic is gonna line him up with right hands that he's not going to put his full weight behind because he still throws punches like an amateur, and he has done his entire career.
Jabs at will.
And in jabs at will, yeah. And it's just going to ping him all night to a UD, and that's what's going to happen. And Joyce is going to take punishment, and he's going to sort of plod forward like a zombie, throwing shots from about 3 miles out of range because that's what he's done. But now, yeah. And he's just going to get pinged, and he's going to get pinged about, and he's going to take hundreds of shots, and it's going to be really, really tough to watch.
Yeah, I'm already uncomfortable, and the fight's not even happened yet, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's.
It is embarrassing from Hrgovic that he will genuinely not be able to stop him.
Look,
Yeah.
Problem with Hrgovic is he doesn't bring his feet in when he punches. That's why. Like, he can punch. He just doesn't bring his feet in when he punches. The other reaches.
Yeah.
Like, he can stop him.
He won't. He just won't.
I honestly hope he does because that if Joyce goes points, he'll probably take another few fights.
Yeah, but maybe it's just like a compassionate stoppage. Like because Hrgovic is just going to throw so many punches. I imagine him getting hit with all those punches that Dubois got hit with, but like he's an idiot and has slow feet and isn't going to adjust.
Yeah, but Hrgovic ain't in a full camp.
That's fine.
No, like Hrgovic. This is what I think of Hrgovic. Like who was it that I was thinking of? Adam Azim, actually. And you're probably thinking, what the hell am I on about? But
I
he's
think
one
that
of
a
these
lot.
guys with a really good first gear, but there's nothing much after that.
Well, I think he can stop Joyce just because he throws a lot of punches. He's just gonna walk into punches, just so many punches, and he comes forward. Like he'll be walking into them as well. Like he's not. Like he can punch. He just doesn't punch properly. As I say, he doesn't bring his feet in, but he can stop him. Not all he can. Obviously, you got to be stopping at 2025. You got to be stopping this, Joyce. Come on.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't like the fight. I don't really want to watch it. I'll probably end up watching it, but I don't know.
Like the Wyatt fight was fine because Wyatt has washed himself. I'm not as far gone as Joyce. I mean, he's not. He doesn't. His brain isn't dribbling out his nose
Yeah,
as
but
much. But then you want to stick him in with a Hrgovic. Like he's still like top 10 in the division probably. Like, that's just stupid. That's dangerous.
I think I'll do.
No.
I think they'll serve Joyce up to most of the town next year, or at the end of this year.
I hope he doesn't fight after this fight because he's going to take such a battering. Especially if he doesn't get stopped, he's going to take such a battering. He's going to take a battering anyway.
Yeah.
But if it goes a distance, like, why do we need him to get hit by another 700 punches?
Because it's boxing. Yeah.
These guys just, like, they say they care, they don't care.
They don't care.
Then you don't care. If you cared, you wouldn't allow Joyce to be fine. As long as he lines your pockets, it's fine. But when he's a vegetable and can't even talk or can't even feed himself, are they going to help him? No, of course they're not going to help him.
It's just sad. Because he was a really good fighter as well. Like,
Yeah.
for a period of about 18 months to 2 years, sort of thing, he was a really good fighter.
I mean, like, look what he did to Dubois and Parker.
It's yeah.
Oh, boxing.
Boxing, man. Boxing.
Very depressing.
Chief supports of this show, David Adelaide against Jamie TKV for the British title. Look, man, I've had the misfortune of watching both of these live multiple times. They're not very good, but there's a clear level disparity. I think David Adelaide is levels and levels above, and I don't think Jamie TKV is very fit.
Look, he should do what he just did to Solomon Dakers. Let's be honest.
Maybe not that quickly, but yeah, he should pummel him.
I mean, I think it. Like it's that big of a level difference, and he punches really hard.
He's a shit fighter, but holy, he can punch.
Like he can punch, and he's fast because he's not the biggest heavyweight.
I think Adam Booth is a good fit for that type of guy as well. Like he's with Adam Booth now, and like he's good with those big, athletic, quick guys that can punch.
We're getting working behind that jab. That's good. And maybe that'll be even worse for TKB. Like finding a style that's good for him.
Yep.
Well,
I was
could
at
get ugly.
the I remember, yeah. So I was at the Emir Akhmatovic fight for Adelaide, the fight before he fought Wardley, and he looked awful that night, like falling over himself. Didn't really look that good, and the kid got pulled out in the 5th round after the 5th round. But like in the 1st or 2nd round, I think it was the 2nd. Adelaide lands this jab right in front of me. And I swear to God, the kid almost went out. And it's like, what the hell? His legs went, his arms went. But the thing is with Adelaide at that point, and he still probably is now to an extent, he fell into his shot so much. So he threw this jab, then saw he was hurt a bit, threw this massive wing in right hand, missed by a mile, and fell into him and pushed him up against the ropes and kept him up. And then obviously he came back and he's like, he's fine, he's back fighting. But like, if he can just. He's got raw power. He has got power. He can't box, like, but he's got power. And if you can just do a little bit with that at heavyweight, he's got speed and he's got power. And especially at British level, that can get you somewhere.
I mean, like, these are the type of things that, like, Adam Booth can fix. Like, like, if you have the ability to do it, Adam Booth will help you fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope he does. Because, like, he's not good at Adelaide, but he can be fun.
Like, I mean, he seems to have gotten better, at least. But, I mean, he's not really fought great opponents since losing to Wardley.
He's only been in the ring once. That was Sold Acres. Yeah.
But, I mean, that was good.
Yeah. But, yeah. Sold Acres, yeah.
But, you know, it's also Solomon Akers.
Yeah. Oh my God. I saw him lose to Michael Webster. Jesus. Jack Rafferty is defending his Commonwealth title against Corey O'Regan. Yeah, Jack Rafferty should just overwhelm O'Regan and stop him pretty comfortably. Like, it's a massive, massive step up in levels. And I believe, yeah, this is the first time Corey O'Regan's fought anybody with a winning record. So,
yeah, I went to do my predictions on the app, and I was very surprised that I saw more people picking Rafferty by decision than a stoppage. Like, how is this not just like a guaranteed stoppage? I think the only way Rafferty doesn't stop him is if he doesn't come into the ring with any arms or something. I don't know.
or he gets a cart in the first round. And like,
Yeah, and it stopped.
Yeah.
And it's a no contest.
Like, if you look at the levels, like, of it's British level, it's British boxing, yeah, but it's like he stopped Ben Fields, who's like one of these journeymans that's really, really tough. Like, gave Sam Maxwell a really, really difficult fight. I think he beat Sam Maxwell actually. But he lost that fight, but I thought he beat him live. Really tough journeyman. Stopped him. Stopped Lee Appleyard in the round. Like, he's putting together at this sort of level a really solid run. Henry Turner, Reese McMillan, and now this kid's just levels below him. And he's on this show late notice because a load of fights fell out, and Jack Rafferty sells a load of tickets in Manchester. So like they got him an opponent, dragged him in. Shiny record, but if you actually look beyond the record, it's nobody. And yeah, it'll be a 3 or 4 round job for Rafferty. He'll batter him. Probably stop him to the body.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing he can do, it's punch. You know, like at this type of level, I mean, he's one of the better British fighters. which isn't saying much. But
he's very fit, very strong, can punch, and that takes you a long way.
Yeah.
Anything else on this on the card? Jurgen Udardaj is back. Jurgen Udardaj is a massive ticket seller from Albania, and that's literally the only thing he's good at. So Royston Barney Smith, a prospect who's just average. He's another journeyman. Mark Chamberlain, the big stiff idiot, Turkey's favourite fighter. Yeah, fighting a journeyman. Back to the journeyman on the cards at 5 o'clock for Mark Chamberlain after that weird Turkey fetish. Okay, whoever ranked him as a top 10 lightweight at Ring Magazine needs to get kicked off that panel because Jesus Christ.
Well, a good amount of them had to. The real question is how much were they paid?
I don't know why you're saying that because the Ring Magazine is totally independent.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's totally independent. He
It's
has no
totally
say.
independent.
And this was before he even bought Ring as well, so that makes it even worse.
It's just the whole Mark Chamberlain thing was so weird. It was so weird because I just don't get it. He beat Gavin Gwynn, and everyone's suddenly saying he's a top 10 lightweight. What?
Well, I wasn't.
Yeah, Ring Magazine. That he was losing that Ramlaz fight, by the way, and got a last round stoppage to bail him out. Yeah, Jesus.
What time to be alive? That's going to be studied in 10 years.
Yeah, he's a big stiff idiot, Mark Chamberlain. Well done to him. He's got paid. He's got his money. He's got far too much money for his ability. Well done to him. Yeah, he's not very good. He should be fighting. I'll tell you what would be a good fight. Now he's a super lightweight. Mark Chamberlain against Jack Rafferty. Do that fight at some point this year. That's a solid British level fight.
Yeah, but he might get chinned. He might get stopped.
He probably will get chinned, but who cares at this point? He's been beat by Josh Padley. Who cares? Nelson Burks was in this undercard. He's a good amateur, but done nothing. Lewis Cheto's turning pro. Rantin Musa, international guy for GB's turning pro, and Delicious Ori, the Olympian, is turning pro. I don't think Ori's going to do much, but he honestly, I think he should have taken that WWE offer, but it's what it is.
I wonder who's going to be better, him or Pat Brown.
I think Ori will be better than Brown.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he will.
But I don't know. I don't think Ori's going to do much. But yeah, it's just much for muchness really. That GB squad in terms of the males. Richardson just hasn't been offered anything. Ori was being pursued more by WWE, and Pat Brown is just a ticket seller in Manchester. So yeah, it's what it is. But yeah, it's an okay card. Obviously Queensbury's first on DAZN. It's what it is. I really don't like that main event though. I really don't. Yeah, horrible. On Sunday in Australia, Tszyu fights Joey Spencer after getting chinned by background match Rosalia in 3 rounds. Dominated, and this is a comeback fight for him against Joey Spencer, who's not very good. If Tszyu has literally anything left, he should be beating Joey Spencer pretty comfortably, but I worry that he doesn't. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know how much he has left.
I mean, I'd hope he has enough left. If he doesn't have enough left to beat Joey Spencer, it's over. There's no point fighting anymore if he can't beat a Joey Spencer.
You know what?
Let's be honest.
You know what really worried me in that match Rosalia fight?
Everything, yeah.
No, but like there was one moment before any of the knockdowns happened, before any of that in the first round,
yeah. He touched his forehead.
touching his forehead, and you could see the panic on his face, and it's like, yeah, like
Yes, Fundora PTSD.
if a cut opens up, how is he going to react?
Well, he's gonna go back to his corner and be like, "Yeah, pull me out. I'm finished."
Like you should have done in the Fundora fight.
Is he gonna?
I bet he'd do anything to go back in time and like try to Mikey Garcia, Jamel Herring his way out of that.
Yeah. If Spencer hits him clean with one, how does he react? I don't know. That was he lost so much blood and was in a war with Fundora, and then like to get beat up that badly, and like we said it at the time with that Mitrozaliev fight. Mitrozaliev battered him so badly in that second round, and then it shouldn't have gone on. And they kept letting it go on, and he took way too much punishment there. Way too much punishment in that Mitrozaliev fight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he should have much trouble with Joey Spencer. Hopefully,
And if he does,
I hope he's just not like fully washed and we just watch him get bad. That would not be fun.
I agree. I think if 10% of Tim Tszyu's left, he beats Joey Spencer pretty comfortably, but I don't know if there's 10% of him left.
I think he'll be fine. At the very least, he has enough. He'll have enough to beat Joey Spencer.
I hope so. I think so as well, but I don't know that. Like, I think he does, but I need to see it, and it's the perfect fight to see it. Like, as someone of Joey Spencer's level, like not very good.
Yeah, Joey Spencer. That was a weird time in boxing where they were just pushing him for some great fire. That was weird because he was not good. He was never good, and he was just being pushed. And people believed that they actually thought he was good. Like, do you have eyes?
I think like a lot of I don't know, maybe I think America's desperate for a sort of white kid to white kid from the Northeast to sell tickets. Basically.
That's exactly what they're desperate for, some white American guy.
And they're trying it with Beto as well.
Like an actual white American guy, just fully white American. I saw people tweeting, like I saw white Americans tweeting like, yeah, he's great, he's the next best thing. Like, no, he's not. Yeah. He's just not. And we saw, like, sure, like, yeah, he got bad by his rounds, which is good. I mean, he was good. But you could see he's not good.
He just got a gift as well.
Yeah.
Can't even remember the opponent, but I watched the fight. It was on the Shields on the card?
I don't know. I didn't watch the fight.
It was on the Zone. No, it was on the Ardell Holmes on the guard. In Flint. He got a gift. The Salitas are on the Zone. But yeah, that was a bad decision. Yeah, he's just not very good. I think Tim Tszyu should stop him, but God, I don't know. I sort of, it's one of those ones where I hope he gets hit clean a couple of times and comes through it just to like get some confidence back. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he should get hit clean a couple of times, unless he stops him so quickly. Because it's not like he has good defense.
Yeah.
So I guess like some questions will be answered. Well, a lot of questions will be answered, but he'll get hit and we'll know.
Yeah. On this undercard, Endry Saavedra is back against Mikael Nelson Saavedra. Coming off one of the best fights of last year against Cesar Mateo Tapia. Just a brilliant fight. I hope they make the rematch. Andrei Mikhailovic is back after getting battered by Janibek. And Cannon Peters is back, the Olympian, who I think is a very good prospect. It's probably one of the best prospects in Australia right now, Cannon Peters. If you're like picking one out to go to world level, I think it's him. at super middle. I think he's pretty good.
The best fight on the card is what's his face? I'm gonna have to go to boxer because I can't remember his name. All right, there we go. All right, yeah, Mizudia versus Daniel. That's a good fight. That's yes, you have.
Oh yeah,
That's like
Nikita Tszyu, that was it.
Yeah.
I thought I remember the name.
That's like this would be like an equivalent of us getting like going crazy over British fight. That's gonna be like that's good on paper. That's probably gonna be a war, pretty much. This is the Australian equivalent of that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. That's one thing about these Australian cards. Like a lot of them have sort of low level fights that are quite fun between like guys with similar records. They're fun. A lot of them. Like it's just when you start getting into the sort of retired rugby player against retired AFL player that it gets a bit ridiculous. But yeah, like usually the non-limit cards are quite good to watch. Yeah. There is a Probots card on Saturday. Ricardo Salas Rodriguez against Kent Cruz. Kent Cruz got stopped in a round by Gary Antoine Russell. You know, not particularly. Well, I it's weird. Because it's like he was never at that level, really.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
never going to be that level.
like getting stopped by Gary Russell in a round is fine. Like, I mean, Gary Russell can punch, and okay, he's a world champion, I guess.
Yeah. Is this? Yeah, this Ricardo Salas Rodriguez is the guy that knocked out Romain V, isn't it?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Yes. So yeah, who knows what level he's actually at? Because Villa could have just been washed up badly. But yeah, it's a good fight on paper. Rodriguez can punch, obviously, and yeah, it's like one of those Probots fights. Michael Williams against Antonio Moran. I think Michael Williams is a really big favorite there. And Gio Lopez against Renny Alvarado. Like Lopez, it's at this stage for Alvarado, it's about how you beat him rather than if you beat him, I think.
Yeah, sad times.
Yeah.
Rene Alvarado.
What a man. He was fun. He was fun for a good period of time. Gave Williams paid out absolute hell. We don't forget that.
Yeah.
Early 2020s for Now Alvarado.
Yeah. Roger Gutierrez trilogies.
But,
yeah.
I mean, you never know. Maybe Satsumi's just crazy and he still has a lot left.
I hope so.
Or maybe he's not washed.
Hopefully. The main event for this card was meant to be Gabriel Mastre against Nicholas Flades, but that's off, unfortunately. But Probots are king, so they've kept the fight on. So yeah, it's a good card. It's a good enough card. Like it's a Probots card. There'll be some fun stuff on there. Beck Nurmagomedov is on there as well. The Kazakh super middleweight who's been part of Canelo's camp, who can punch like hell. But yeah, he's interesting to watch, but he's in there with nobody really. But anyway, there's also a fight on Friday. Not Shakan Peters. Brad Ray is fighting Dos Santos for the European title. Brad Ray stepping in on a couple of days' notice to take that, so fair play to him. But
Love me the Stingray.
who knows? It's still got.
Well, look, Brad Ray is the best body puncher in the sport. And like that's not like even a joke either. If you look at like his last like 4 or 5 fights, I mean everything he's ever done has been with body shots in his last 5 fights. I mean I don't really know what he's gonna do in this fight.
He's gonna turn into Mickey Ward. What are you talking about?
I mean, he seems fine at light heavyweight, I guess. I don't really know if he's gonna win or not. I mean it could be good.
I remember Dos Santos. He was the guy that had a sort of mental breakdown in the ring after Buatsi stopped him.
Yeah.
Oh, he
That was
did
just
get
weird.
murdered in the corner.
And then he just started crying and sort of screaming and stuff. It was really weird, that fight. But yeah, he beat Thomas Farr, who didn't Dan Aziz beat him? Yeah, Dan Aziz stopped Thomas Farr to win the European a couple of years ago, and he beat him last year. So yeah, he's back. It's Britain. Hopefully, he doesn't get iced in 4 rounds and starts crying again. But who knows? Good welder. Huey Fury's back on that card, back in the mix. But yeah, who knows what he'll do? Probably nothing. But like he's just had a mess of a career. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else unless I've missed any fights.
I don't know. Well, for the record, I'm gonna pick Dos Santos by decision.
I haven't seen Brad Ray fight since he lost to Tyler Denny, and I've only seen Dos Santos get iced by Buatsi, so I'm not going to pick anyone.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough.
Brad Ray getting hype because he was replying to people on Twitter will never not be funny to me. But, yeah. The news. There's only one bit of news this week, really. Islace Iglesias against Kevin Sajo has been ordered by the IBF, I think, or the official term is they've been invited to negotiate. So, like, no, but like in their bylaws, if you order a fight, you have to give them like 28 days to actually negotiate it before you cancel it. So, like, if you invite them to negotiate and one of them says no, then you can just move on to the next one instead of waiting 28 days. So that's the reason why it's not been officially ordered, but it has been sort of. It's just the IBF being the IBF. So yeah, that's that. Like, it's a good fight, but Iglesias will chin him. I think we've got a lead right coming in because Sajo is just going to plod forward. And do nothing. Hayato Tatsumi's back on the Ioka undercard as expected. He's fighting. Who's he fighting? Jamie Arbeloda, who Williams are paid just ice, and that's literally it for the news. And I don't think there's anything else unless you two have anything.
Nice. That's good.
Oh,
Okay, right. So that's been this episode. Thank you for listening, and yeah, hopefully Joyce doesn't get dropped by a feint this week.
brilliant. See you in episode 46.